The tranquil beach day at Gateway City transforms into chaos without warning. An enormous inverted pyramid materializes above the ocean waters, its alien presence casting shadows across the sandy shore. Startled beachgoers freeze in disbelief, staring upward at this impossible sight floating motionlessly in the sky. News helicopters swarm the area, their cameras capturing every angle of the mysterious phenomenon. Terror erupts as harsh screeching sounds pierce the air. Crimson-scaled creatures with membranous wings emerge from the structure's dark openings. These winged reptilian beasts dive toward the city below, sending civilians fleeing in all directions. Glass explodes from building windows as panic spreads like wildfire through the streets. A citizen stumbles and falls, desperately shielding themselves as the aerial predators circle overhead. Lightning suddenly tears across the crimson sky, causing the creatures to scatter in fear. A mysterious figure riding a skeletal winged horse plunges through the storm. The mounted warrior unsheathes an enormous blade, cutting down the monsters with precise strikes. Dismounting with graceful power, she lands in a commanding stance while defeated creatures collapse around her. After removing her battle helmet, she marks her face with the fallen beast's blood. Ancient words of power flow from her lips, sending mystical energy crackling outward. The remaining monsters freeze mid-flight before crashing to the earth. Throughout this display of power, satisfaction gleams in her eyes. Deep within the cursed realm of hell, the sorceress Sussy labors endlessly in eternal darkness. Today brings an unexpected change as warm sunlight touches her shoulders. She rises and turns, squinting against the unfamiliar brightness. "Never thought I'd be happy to see the sun," she murmurs wearily. Apollo, the radiant sun god, descends toward her forbidden island. His divine presence illuminates the barren landscape. "Come forward, witch. You may kneel," he commands with godly arrogance. Sussy squints against his blazing aura and responds defiantly. "I'm fine," she declares, refusing to bow. The god extends a wrapped bundle toward her. Sussy accepts it with growing amazement, discovering an infant girl nestled within. "This is a baby." "For what reason have you brought a baby to hell?" she questions with bewilderment. Apollo begins his departure, his solar radiance painting the sky. The baby is Diana, Princess of Visera. She is the last of the Amazons and has been taken from them by my father Zeus as punishment for their crimes against the gods. She may never again see her people. They have all been imprisoned. The god pauses mid-ascent, his expression turning cruel. "From here forth, the word Amazon is banned. So, I decree." Divine fire blazes within his words. "Try it for me, Circe. Try to say the word." "I want to see," he requests with cold amusement. Circe gazes down at the infant and attempts to speak the forbidden term, but no sound emerges. The word has been erased from existence itself. Pleased with this demonstration, Apollo continues skyward, abandoning the witch with her new burden. "This is hell. What if it dies?" Circe calls desperately. The god's voice echoes without compassion. The gods care not. This is where she belongs now for however long she is. His presence fades, returning the island to perpetual twilight. Sussy places the child upon the rocky ground with a heavy sigh. Baby Diana coos softly, while the witch observes her. A luminescent serpent slithers toward the helpless infant. Circe remains motionless, expecting hell's dangers to claim the child quickly. The snake bares its fangs and prepares to strike. But Diana moves with supernatural speed, grasping the serpent's jaws and laughing as she tosses it aside like a plaything. Sussy watches in stunned silence before allowing herself to smile. Their shared existence in hell begins this way. Initially, Sussy provides only basic care without emotional attachment. As seasons pass, however, the powerful witch finds herself nurturing Diana, sharing her knowledge of magic, and developing genuine maternal love. Together, they forge a humble existence on their cursed island. Years flow by as both Diana and Circe mature, building toward an inevitable destiny. Diana pivots away from the hovering pyramid, surveying the beach strewn with motionless demon lizards. She approaches a stunned National Guard soldier with purposeful strides. "Are you in charge here, soldier?" she inquires with natural authority. The young man gapes speechlessly at this otherworldly warrior. "You should evacuate all civilians within a mile," she instructs, gesturing toward the defeated creatures. They are but harbingers for what is to come. The pyramid begins trembling violently, its base splitting open like petals. "We are out of time," Diana states urgently. "Evacuate your civilians and bring your army." The structure unfolds completely, releasing a colossal demonic entity that crashes into the ocean depths. This monstrous being wades toward the city, but Diana positions herself directly in its path with weapon drawn. "You are not welcome, Harbinger Prime. This world will defend itself. I stand before you with the mythical Athena blade, forged by Hephaestus himself. It is more than capable of sending you to your maker. This world is protected," she proclaims without fear. The massive creature studies her briefly before speaking. Its voice rumbles like distant thunder, the sheer force pushing Diana several steps backward. Her skeletal Pegasus swoops down from above, exhaling flames across the monster's hide. As the beast swipes at her flying mount, Diana seizes the opportunity to strike with her blade. The creature whirls back toward her, unleashing energy beams from its eyes that send her crashing to her knees. "Damn laser eyes." Every time, she mutters through gritted teeth, forcing herself upright. The beast roars a command, awakening the smaller demons from their magical slumber. They swarm Diana in coordinated attack patterns, their claws and beaks tearing at her flesh. "Again you stand? We warned you." The creature hisses before firing another devastating blast that sends her rolling across the sand. In recent memory, Diana had been seated beside Circe within their cave dwelling on Hell's Island. Both women rested in weathered chairs before their crackling fire. Breaking the comfortable silence, Diana speaks with hesitation. "Mother, I want to ask you about this word," she says while indicating her open book. Circe nods with knowing warmth. "I thought you might. It's important, I'm afraid." Her expression grows thoughtful. "You're not afraid of the word. You're afraid of the change saying it will bring," she observes gently while reaching toward Diana's face. "Say the word, Diana. Say it, and know it is what you are." Diana hesitates, then whispers with growing confidence. "Amazon." Circe proceeds to reveal everything. The day Apollo arrived on their cursed shore, how he entrusted Diana to her care, how maternal love grew between them, and how divine decree silenced that sacred word. "They didn't want me to know I'm an Amazon. They took me from my people and tried to stop me from knowing what I was." "For what reason?" Diana asks, her voice heavy with emotion. Circe rises and wraps her arms around her adopted daughter. "The Amazons protected the world from darkness. Without them, the world may fall. Or perhaps you will say your name again and become what you were always meant to be." Diana's eyes glisten with newfound understanding. "Amazon," she declares with strengthened resolve.
Now.
Back on Gateway City's battlefield, Diana forces herself upright despite her injuries. Unwavering determination burns in her gaze as she faces the towering monster. "No," she states with quiet power. From her belt pouch, she retrieves a mystical lasso pulsing with crimson energy. The magical rope coils around her form like living lightning. The demon watches as she rises skyward, suspended by her enchanted weapon. "Away, warrior. You are beaten. Leave us as we prepare the way. This world is ours now," it declares with ancient malevolence. Diana shakes her head with fierce defiance. "No," she growls, her eyes reflecting the magical energies swirling around her hands. "For I am Diana of the Serra, last of the Amazons, daughter of Circe, princess of Hell, witch of the Wild Isle, and you will not have this world while I still draw breath." This is Geek Force. See you in the next one.